Hey guys, so I know it's been a while. It's been so long that I have a new have a new like set layout, I guess, of how I film. It's been that long. Yeah, so over Christmas I actually got gifted with a tripod and a ring light, so I've been using that to film some covers, so that's been really like useful. This has probably been the most useful gift I've ever gotten in my life, and it just made me really happy because useful gifts are my favorite things in the world. So yeah. This video is partly just a quick update to explain what this channel is going to look like in the future, but then also it's going to be a little bit kind of a segue into that kind of new content that I'm going to be creating, because I'm going to be making this a video mostly with new content in it. So yeah, with that being said, let's just start because this is going to take me a bit to explain. So as usual, I will still be doing reactions once comebacks start happening. I know MC&Ds is on at 11 p.m. on the 7th for me in my time zone. So I'm really looking forward to that. The choreography looks so sick. The song sounds like a bop. Sounds so different from what they usually do. So I'm so excited to see their new kind of music and their new vibe. I'm so excited. So I will be doing a reaction to that, as well as reactions to the upcoming comebacks and debuts as well, so that will not change. I mean, obviously I won't be doing this setup because I can't. There's nothing for me here to put my laptop on, so I'm gonna be just going back to my usual reaction setup for those videos, but yeah. I will also be continuing to do yesstyle unboxings as soon as I get the chance to do so. And I'm also planning on doing album unboxings because I've started collecting more albums, as well as trading photo cards, whether it's in person or kind of through our pen pal system. I've started trading photo cards, so that's really sick. Yeah, it's been fun to do that, so I'm gonna start doing album unboxings on here as well, although you won't see it in like the traditional setup because I don't have the correct equipment. I'm probably just gonna be doing it like this in this setup. Shiny's back! Period, boy. Sorry, anyway. Also, I literally forgot what I was gonna say because of Shiny. Anyway, one of the older things that I will resume doing on this channel is doing vlogs, especially for K-Era's like behind the scenes for K-Era covers. I just haven't been able to be in an in-person cover recently because COVID has just been hitting my state so hard. Cases are refusing to go down. It's because the holiday season, cases just went way back up, and I live in Hawaii, so the tier system is in place. So basically we have to have a certain number of cases and then a certain positivity rate in order to progress to having larger social gatherings. Even with the vaccine, they're still having that tier system in place. So yeah, that being said, I probably won't be having any vlogs out for a while until I'm able to do an in-person cover again. Trust me, I miss it. It's been way too long. The last one I've been in was Gunshot by Card, when we covered that. I also vlogged that. You can just scroll down a bit on my channel if you want to see the behind the scenes for that. But yeah, that was in October, and now it's like January, so it's been a while since I've danced with my friends friends and my dance crew in person. So yeah, it's been a long while. And now I'm finally gonna get on to the new another one of the new things I'm gonna be doing here on this channel, and that's gonna be just sitting down and talking with you guys, just sitting down in front of a camera and talking. I've been seeing a lot more of those videos recently coming from many different creators, so I thought I would just jump on that wagon, especially because I've noticed that there are a lot of things that I've been meaning to talk about that I kind of feel the need to talk about, because if not, it's gonna just weigh on me. So yeah, like, I have this platform and it's actually been steadily growing while I've been away. That being said, thank you guys so much for 400 subscribers, even though I haven't been making a video in so long. Thank you for giving me this platform, and because I have this platform, I'm gonna use it to speak up about things that I find important. And awesome segue into the main topic of this video. Even though that was like a 5-minute long intro, I'm only gonna get to the main topic now. So here we go. This topic's gonna have kind of a lot of weight. It's gonna be kind of like heavier it's gonna go into a lot of things that I've never ever talked about on this channel, including things that I believe and things that you guys may not believe yourselves. But I hope that even if you don't believe the same things, that you just stick around and hear me out, because I might change your mind, or I might open your mind more to these things that aren't really talked about as much. So yeah. That being said, I'm gonna give as much context as I can to this situation, but unfortunately I am unable to share exact references to exactly what's been going on, because I don't want to get sued. If you guys are stays, you probably already know what I'm talking about. The reason why I can't give context is because I can't provide screenshots of the conversation, because JYP finna sue me. But anyway, that being said, Stray Kids Felix on JYP's like social networking like messaging app called Bubble, he recently, like today I think, he opened up a lot. He was really vulnerable with the people who he's talking to on his like messaging on message thing. Like I bought a ticket for him as well because he's my bias wrecker. So yeah, and today he was really vulnerable with us, and he talked about just how he wasn't satisfied with the way he looked and how he sort of just wanted to improve himself, and so he lost weight. He also talked about how it didn't require any plastic surgery for him to change his looks. He just lost weight naturally, and puberty kind of did the rest. He talked about that kind of stuff. And obviously that's just kind of a really heavy topic to talk about coming from someone of his standing, of his job, or someone in his job. It's kind of a lot. It's kind of heavy to talk about. So I was, at first glance, when I first read his messages, I was sad because, I don't know, I was just sad. Whenever my friend... Let me clear something up. I am not literally Felix's friend. That just came out so naturally because like he feels like my friend. I wish I was his friend because he seems like a really nice friend, like a really good friend. Oh my god, I want to be Felix's friend. Oh my god. Felix, if you're seeing this on your secret YouTube channel, can I be your friend, please? I want to be your friend. Anyway, yeah, I'm not his friend. That just came out so naturally because he gives off that vibe. Anyway, as I was saying, it made me sad when I read his messages because I just want him to be happy. Like whenever my friends or my family are sad, I'm sad. Whenever my friends or family are happy, then I'm happy. Like I was sad reading his messages because I want him to like love himself, obviously. Like I just really want him to love himself and to appreciate himself. But then I realized like, hey, if he's happy now because of the things he did to improve himself, then I'm happy with that. Like I'm perfectly fine with that. Like I'm glad he's happy now. But apparently a lot of stays were not happy with that. So basically, so I read the messages. I think I read them last night before I went to sleep, which is so nice. Like, it's like a good night text. I read the messages last night, I believe, either last night or this morning, I forget. And then I went to work. I worked the morning shift and I came home. And that was the first thing I saw was his apology for being vulnerable with us. And here we go into the meat of this conversation. Fun times. So this is not often talked about. This is not talked about enough, in my opinion. And I say this as a girl, as like a cis girl, as a cisgender girl. I feel like the topic of male vulnerability is very shoved under the rug. It's very like, I don't want to say taboo, but at the same time, as you can tell from this whole entire situation and the context, it is very taboo to some people. Oftentimes, I've talked to my guy friends about this. I think at one point I've even talked to my brother about this as a family kind of conversation. Just the idea of, can males be vulnerable in this society where people kind of put them into this box and they're like, nah fam, you gotta be strong and you gotta be like tough, and it's like stuff like that. And I'm like, maybe that's not entirely accurate. It just made me sad because approaching this idea from the perspective of a fan of someone, you have to understand that we don't own these people. Like we don't own these people. We don't own these people, you guys. We don't own them. We don't own them. They're already owned by their company, and as it is, we should just lay off of the ownership the whole concept of owning these people. Like, we don't own them. Like, I feel like that's a part of where all of this stemmed from, is we thought we could, or not we, Stays thought we could tell, I hate this, Stays thought that they could tell Felix what to say or what not to say, and that's not true. You shouldn't do that to anyone, regardless of their standing and regardless of their job. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't treat someone like you own them. Common sense, people. Common sense. But second of all, I feel like a lot of that also came from the idea that, oh, here's a man, a cisgender man, and he's being vulnerable with us. Oh no. And it's like, I understand that to a lot of people that idea is very, especially younger people, I feel like that idea is very foreign. But we should just willingly accept when someone is trying to be vulnerable with us. Like, that's why like the word friend came out so naturally when I was talking about Felix. It's because, like, when I'm with my friends, I want them to be vulnerable, and I feel like I'm running out of things to say in terms of the context. So I just want to get to my main point, which is that regardless of it, whether it's a K-pop idol, or regardless of whether it's like a Western idol or Western artist, whether or not it's your family member or a friend, you cannot tell them, like, you cannot, or you shouldn't, but most importantly, you can't tell them, oh, I support you. You can't say I love you and I'll support you no matter what, and then turn around and when they want to share something with you, you can't turn away from them and you can't turn a blind eye to them. Or worse, you shouldn't shut them down when they want to be vulnerable with you, because a part of supporting them is not only supporting their actions, but also supporting them when they need support the most, when they just want to be vulnerable and talk something out or tell you something super important. A part of supporting them is to listen to them and to understand them, or to try to understand them at least. You don't have to be empathetic, because empathy is literally feeling bad for them because you went through that. Like, I don't think, or sure, a lot of us could empathize with Felix, but I know also a lot of us can't. So you don't necessarily have to empathize with him or with the people who just want to be vulnerable with you. You don't have to empathize, but you should sympathize. But before all of that, you should be willing to listen to them. And what this showed me was that, what this whole situation showed me was that a lot of people either, one, are too naive to understand this concept of male vulnerability, or two, people just kind of shut down, and we should not be shutting down in the face of this sort of thing. Again, I'm gonna just kind of return to what I was saying about my personal belief, and my belief is that, again, I feel like male vulnerability is something we should talk about, or something that shouldn't be shoved under the rug as it was with this situation. Let's never do this again. It's like that TikTok of that guy, like, he like jumps down and he's like, nice champ or something, let's never say those words again, and he disappears. It's like,
yo, please never say those words again.
It's like that. Like, let's never repeat the situation again with anyone, because even though it may not seem like it on the surface, if you just think about it a little bit like I just did, it's a little bit toxic. But yeah, let's never repeat the situation again, guys. And honestly, a lot of this is also coming from my personal belief that one, we shouldn't treat idols like just like idols. Like, idols are human. They're people like us. Like, they feel the same feelings and they think the same thoughts and they go through the same struggles. So we shouldn't like cut them off and be like, oh, you want to talk about your problems like we're friends? We are not friends. Like, well, you should acknowledge the gap between fan and artist, because if you don't, you're a sesang. But at the same time, we also shouldn't shut them down when they want to be like real with us. Like, y'all realize, I just had this thought, y'all realize that y'all shutting down Felix when he wanted to be vulnerable with us is like the equivalent of going on Chan's room and being like, Chan, I don't want to say it, it's so scary, Chan, oh my god, I can't say it, like, Chan, like, Chan, shut the frick up. when he wants to talk about something. Like, first of all, if someone told him that man would scold us, like, he would send us to our rooms and ground us. And even though he technically has no power to do that, I would go to my room and I'd be like, damn it, Dad grounded me. That came out so wrong. I'm sorry, that's not what I meant, but anyway. Like, y'all realize that even within Felix's own group, y'all are holding him to a standard, to a double standard, right? Like, you would never tell him, or you would never tell another member what you told him, or you would never make another member do what you made him do. So just think about that, and just the message for today is that there's 3, 4, there's a lot. I'm not gonna count. I'm just gonna say them again because repetition is key sometimes. 1, we don't own idols and we can't force them to do or not do something. 2, male vulnerability is a thing and we shouldn't shove it under the rug because it's a taboo subject. We shouldn't do that, bro. Never say those words again. And 3, acknowledge the gap between idol and artist, or idol and fan, but also don't shove them off and cut them off and be like, you want to talk about your real life problems? No. And don't live in ignorant bliss of who they are. Like, bruh, there's so much to unpack about this subject, but unfortunately I have run out of things to say for the time being. So yeah. So while this is not the happy 2021 video that I think a lot of you were expecting from me, from this channel, I think what I want to start doing here is to start talking about stuff like this, because as I said, I have a platform that I'm so grateful that you guys gave to me. Oh my gosh, 400 subscribers. It may not seem like a lot, but oh my god, 400 people watching me. You guys gave me this platform, so I'm gonna use it to talk about stuff like this, because if Felix felt the need to apologize for that because people were telling him to do so, I feel like people like me need to be here like, nah fam, you're fine. Like, oh god, I'm scared. Like, I'm just scared of what this means. We're not off to a very good start of 2021, are we? Not really. Wonderful. So anyway, I will be back to reactions. I think my reaction to MCND's comeback is gonna be my next video, so keep an eye out for that on the 7th. Oh sweet, it's gonna be before I go back to classes, so I have time to stay up and edit. And I don't have to do assignments. Oh my god, lovely. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. And as always, feel free to check out my other videos, and if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Or you don't have to do all 3 of those things, just do one of those 3 things and I will be very blessed by you. And if you want more of these sorts of videos, if you want me to talk about other certain topics that I've never addressed before on this channel, feel free to just start some conversations down below, because I would love to just know more about what's going on. Not just about K-pop, but about other issues as well. I'd love to know. I'd love to know. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable, because vulnerability is okay. Regardless of what people tell you, it's okay to be vulnerable. So yeah, Happy New Year.